Hi everyone, welcome back to our space. We're really happy to have you here. And my name is Mendes, and here's my beautiful wife.
Joy.
Yeah, and together we are the
5D couple.
Thank you for subscribing to our page. And as many that have not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, okay? And turn on the notification for more of our videos, okay? Welcome back. So, today we are going to take it a little bit deeper. You know, in our last video, we promised our viewers something.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, we plan to talk about our first night, but due to some questions, we decided to start from
How we met.
how this beautiful family started. So today we are going to talk about how we met, how we started. Yeah, how we started. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this discussion because I promise it's gonna be fun.
You're gonna enjoy it.
So, how did we start? Where did we meet? How do you know me?
How did you know me? Who started the whole thing? Me, you, us?
We.
How did we meet?
We,
Ah, no.
we started it.
Okay. How? Were you the one that... Did you know me first before I knew you? Or did I... Anyways, you'll get the details very soon. Sure.
Yeah. So, this beautiful family you're seeing today started since 2020. During the lockdown, while some of us are busy at home, not doing anything with our life, okay? Therefore, some family are starting. Okay, so we started 2020, and one fateful day, I don't know, I think she should start it first because I think the ball started rolling from our side. Then I continued playing the ball. So let's hear.
So you want to expose me, hold me, join. Anyways, 2020 during the lockdown, I had a lot of activities going, writing and all. And then I was just scrolling through my Facebook profile, and there's this guy Facebook always tell me people you may know. And I was like, who is this guy? Let me make a confession. Before that day, I'd seen him countless times on my profile, and I've gone through his page, but the page wasn't interesting, so I'll just like leave the whole thing. And his elder brother was actually my Facebook friend. So when I saw it that day, something just said, today you cannot pass this friend request, this profile. Send it. I obeyed the voice. Anyways, I sent him a friend request, and usually it's unlike me. I don't always send friend requests to people I don't know, and even if I send friend requests to people I don't know, when they accept it, I don't chat with them. So, but me, you see this fine face attracted me. Honestly, I was like, this guy fine now. At least make I just get her from my friend list, and then I sent him the friend request, and that was it.
And that is it. So that fateful day, also
That
on that same day, normally for me, my profile, my Facebook page has just been dormant. I hardly post on Facebook, and most times when I enter Facebook, it's just scroll through, and just leave Facebook. I'm more of an Instagram guy, So that day I entered Facebook in the evening. I just entered Facebook. I said, there's a new friend request. As always, I don't always accept friend requests on Facebook. Then, so I just opened it, and who is this fine lady? I just went through it. This lady look beautiful. So I opened the page and I said, we have a lot of mutual friends. Like my brother is one among the mutual friends. Let me open it and see. So when I just opened it, I don't know, all of a sudden, I just felt like, that is your wife. I like, that is your wife. So I accepted the friend request. I have a confession to make. So the moment I accepted the friend request, I started dancing in my room. I was dancing, like, yeah, I've gotten the wife, Getting the wife. So
how on earth did I?
I don't know. God was doing something.
Hey,
not there.
Jesus.
So I was just jumping like, yes, I've gotten a wife. So I accepted it. And one miraculous thing that happened that period for me that gave me assurance about it is that I was having a fast that period. So I was praying for a home actually. I wanted to move into a new apartment. So I was praying for it. So And instead of praying for a house, I ended up praying for a home. So when that thing just happened and God just said that is a wife, I was like, yes, God is speaking, So after dancing, and I quickly saw a little vision about the future, that we're just marching out of the church after our wedding. From the beginning, I just saw that. I said, yes, okay. So I went to her DM immediately. I said, welcome to my world. And you, as you can see from the screen, that's how our chat started. Welcome to my world. And guys, will pick it up. So when you saw that chat, like, welcome to my world, what was going through your mind?
Nothing.
Don't just ask which world this guy gets.
Nothing, for real. Because that period, I just came out from one hot heartbreak, very hot one. I had nothing to do with this guy, but I liked him, and he also liked me, and he actually was asking me, some kind of destiny questions that made me feel like, oh wow, this guy might come for me. We became very close, but we're just communicating over the phone. Only for after 6 months, I was like, I don't understand. This guy is not saying nothing. We just keep communicating, like, what's up? And then I had to ask him, like, how far? What are we doing? And he was like, I like you a lot, Joy. You're a wife material, blah blah blah. All those skinny they used to say. He was like, but I'm comfortable with us being friends. After that thing, the thing broke me. So when I saw that welcome to my world, it meant nothing to me, because I was like, I beg you, may everybody day in day right now. So when I saw that welcome to my world, I just responded with, is it, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. She would say, good morning, sir. How are you, sir? I'm like, yes, I'm fine, sir.
He's exposing me, my secret.
So since from the beginning, I already have the picture of what I wanted. I already know what I wanted from the beginning. So I was just trying to hit the nail at the head, but with a strategic move, So
Strategy.
So after welcome to my world, we chat. So most times, one secret, guys, let me tell you, when you meet her, the right her, don't just push yourself too much. Chat her in the morning, and don't chat her throughout the day. Just wait till maybe later in the evening. How was your day? Then one of the days you can just keep chatting down and wait for her. Maybe she's gonna like, how are you doing today? Just make sure that she gets used to your chat, So that was skill. If you want some coaching,
Babe.
Yeah. So back to you. So we started chatting, and like, can we know ourselves each other? Can we know ourselves more? Can we know more about ourselves? So
he requested for my number, WhatsApp number, actually.
So we now move to WhatsApp. Anything that moves to WhatsApp, just forget it. Well, wherever you are starting it, be it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, once it moves to WhatsApp, it has gone to the next level.
Forget it.
So from WhatsApp, the relationship continue, and just keep moving. Then,
babe, the friendship continued.
Oh, sorry, the friendship. Me, I started with the relationship in my mind. So
and me, it was friendship.
So along the line, I have to call one of my friends, like, hey, there's this lady, do you know her? And she's a friend too on Facebook. I'm like, yeah, I know her. You told me a lot of good things about her. I said, okay, this is what the Lord is saying. So it was like, if you are sure the Lord is leading you, she's a very good person. Okay, she's hardworking, she's disciplined. You told me about her father, and I was like, oh, okay. So I just say yes, confirmation number 2. Then I just keep playing my card well, but I was trying to make sure that she's also game. The moment she's game and the green light is very green, so I know when to pass out. So all those period I was just chatting. What was in your mind? Like, what this guy?
Frankly speaking, there was nothing. For real, there was nothing going on in my mind. But then I noticed the chats were okay. Before then, there's this, during the lockdown, I joined a group, actually, we call it Word Adventure, where we study the Bible. We read 10 chapters daily. So when you're done for the day, you just come and post done. You write the date and all. So I posted the link on my status when we're to begin a new adventure. So he actually joined the group via my status. And then we started reading. So I noticed each time I post done, he too post done. I was just monitoring my friends that actually joined. So one of those days, I just noticed suddenly this guy wasn't posting done anymore. And we're getting to the end of the adventure. So I reached out to him, like, how far now? I've not seen you post done. how far with the Bible reading? And then he was like, sorry, I've been so busy with work. I wake up early in the morning, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, but guess what? You can still meet up. We have just, was it 2 or 3 days? So the period, the chapters you've missed, just off your data, go to your Bible and just use 2 hours. 2 hours will be enough for you to catch up with us. He was not like, okay, fine, I'll do just that. And then he went offline. And that was how he finished. So when he was done, he came back. He was like, thank you so much. I really appreciate. Like, he was so happy that he was able to meet up with the whole team. And out of excitement, he sent me 500 naira airtime as a token of appreciation. And then I was like, wow, this is so thoughtful of this guy. It's not like I wanted the airtime or something. I wasn't a broke girl, but it was like, this guy is so thoughtful. And then I was like, thank you, out of excitement. I was like, thank you, I love you. I was not like, sorry. I was not like, sorry, I don't mean that love. I mean agape love. I love you. He was like smiling. You understand? So the period he was chatting me up, I was enjoying them because we were actually having conversations. Although I was very careful not to think anything, because one thing with me, I don't assume. And this is a note to ladies. If a man or a guy has not told you explicitly, I love you, I want to marry you, my sister, you might end up dating yourself or marrying yourself. Because a guy who truly loves you will say it.
Yeah.
Will say it. So since he had not said anything to me, I just assumed we're friends. I was like, fine boy like this, him go get babe now. There's no how this guy will be single, you understand?
Yeah. So that faithful day, after there is a way you will put so much love, you will show so much love to somebody that person will keep thinking, what is he having in his mind, or what is going on? So I remember that day we were talking in the afternoon. So she brought up like,
no,
what?
babe, wait. let me say it myself. Let me confess it myself. Just like I said, I don't assume anything relationship if a guy has not told me that. So while we were chatting, he was asking me questions like, what's your favorite color? What's your this? What's your that? Just normal questions you ask to know people's perspective towards life, he was asking me serious questions about ministry, about so many destiny questions. And I was also doing the same, but it was just out of a pure motive for me. But for him, I didn't know he was actually looking for something else. So but I noticed he was beginning to invade my space too much. I woke up in the morning, he's greeting me. Before you know it, he's engaging me morning till evening, and I was like, no, Joyim, don't get carried away. You remember your last experience, don't get carried away. So I kept reminding myself, and so that day, when I noticed his questions were becoming really personal, I had to like, Mr. Man, Alpha, please, what do you want from me? He was like, why do you ask? I was like, because your questions are becoming really, really personal, and I don't feel comfortable with them. That's what I told you. Straight up, no time. If the other guy could tell you he was comfortable with me being friends, why should I be shy or afraid? I told him. And then he was like, okay, fine. He wants us to be friends. And my mind, I was like, what the friends? Okay, fine. So and I told myself, okay, fine, you want us to be friends? Fine, we can be friends. But then I won't entertain this kind of questions from you anymore. And then I didn't answer him again.
So, the moment she asked those questions, I was like, no way, I will not let you know what I'm here for. So I just said, like, just like we normally say, you're like a sister to me, So you're like a sister to me then. So yeah, I just, after the conversation, I knew that she was not okay with it, but I was jumping, I was laughing, I was happy.
You're very wicked somebody.
I'm getting at that point, so I was so I was just happy within myself. I was like, I've gotten to that. I can remember everything that happened that day. So and I said, okay, we'll talk later at night. And one good thing about since when we started, she has always been the one encouraging me to go after God.
Yeah.
Like, read this book. I've been a Christian, born again Christian, okay. But when it comes to some deliberate effort in building my spirituality, it wasn't there. So she always recommend books, messages, and all that. So one of the things that we were doing that time is that we were praying at night. So she brought it like, okay, you are my friend. Okay, let's pray at night. I said, okay, yeah, it's good.
But not together. Oh, not like we're praying on phone together.
You just pray your prayer because you know why I said so. You know, say tongues get level. So I don't want to start blasting my tongue and she's blasting her tongue and they see me like somebody that is learning, that is newcomer into the tongues level. So
confession
so I
time.
was like, you know what? Pray your prayer. I'll pray my prayer. Then we'll come together and just talk after the prayers. So we started praying 1 hour prayer. So we do after the prayer. So that day, after the prayers, I now like, okay, let's talk.
Sorry, babe. Before that time, actually, that period, there were times he would call me. Sometimes I won't even pick. Other times, now there's something I want to say here. That period that I had that heartbreaking experience with that guy, that day I got so broken that on my way home, out of pain, I was like, is it that I'm just good for friendship with guys and nobody wants to? I had suitors, that's the truth. But then there are particular qualities I look out for in guys. If you don't have that quality, you can't even, if you ask me out, I'll just give you a straight answer, like, you understand? So when that guy broke my heart and I was going back home, I just updated my status. I was like, I'll be going off for a while, please don't call me, my phone will be switched off and all. So he was one of the first persons that reached out to me immediately. He saw the status. My husband was like, then my friend, he was like, what's the problem? Of course, I could not tell this fine boy that I was heartbroken. I just told him, I said, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to go and settle some things with God. And he was like, okay, what are those? I said, don't worry, it's destiny issues. And that was how, and then but what he told me was, he said, okay, no problem. I'll be praying along with you so that God will give you clarity for whatever it is you're seeking. And I was like, thank you. And then I uninstalled my Facebook, my WhatsApp, and I went off, switched off my phone, and I went on a 7-day fast. Now, when I came back from the fast and I updated my status, hey guys, I'm back. He was the first person again to message me. He was like, welcome back. I've missed you. I would try calling you online. One of those is was switched off. It melted my heart. Like, it made me feel like, for real, this guy genuinely cares about me. He's truly a friend because, one, he sent me airtime after that Word Adventure stuff. And then now again, in my season of pain, I told people, don't call me, my line will be switched off. He still reached out. That thing touched me. It meant a lot to me that time. So sorry, it's long. So that morning, I don't know, that's the day we had that discussion of what do you want from me. That morning, I don't know, my elder sister just called me. She was like, Joim, this is your friend Mendos. They call you, they chat with you every time, Abi. Say, my spirit agree with the guy. It be like, say, that guy will tell you, say he like you. Shout out to Vicky Zamdai. So when she told me, she was like, if he tell you, say he like you, grieve for her. In my mind, I was not, and after I say, talk, I don't know, but maybe how the thing will be. But before then, I've actually been someone who has been intentional about praying about marriage. I've always told God that, God, when any stage I get to that, you know, marriage will make me cry. Please, I beg you, don't allow me enter. So one of those days, one guy told me he liked me. So I was trying to pray about the guy. The Holy Spirit just stopped me. He said, when the right person comes, you will know. It will be stressless and effortless. You won't struggle. So since then, I just gave up, like, okay, Holy Spirit, when the person comes, you let me know. So before my sister would tell me that, I was in the kitchen trying to clean the gas, and then I just heard in my spirit, Mendos is your husband.
My father was talking.
His father, Jesus, was talking to me, his daughter. You understand? So that was the witness I got. So, but I was just like, okay, fine. But I didn't believe any of those things. That's the truth because of my previous experiences.
Yeah. So, you know, there was a question you asked, and I think I want to bring it up. You said that how did you even put the question? Like, what will a guy be doing to a lady that the lady will so that the guy will come?
Jesus Christ! I remember, babe.
The moment she asked that question, right? I said yes.
No, let me say the reason why I asked that question. What happened was, there was a guy that liked me. You understand? So And the guy was not always showing me that affection, but he told me he wanted to get married to me, so he wasn't really showing me that affection. And then this guy that did not tell me he wants to get married to me was not showering me with affection. I was like, let me use time to ask this guy a question. Guess what? I just asked him, I was like, sorry, please, sir, I want to ask a question. If a guy is interested in a lady, what will he be doing? Like, how does he show the lady that he loves her? Guys, you need to know how my husband played with my emotions that day. I was expecting him to answer via chat because it was on WhatsApp. He was like, don't worry, I'm going to call you. I was like, okay. I had to sneak into the kitchen, lock the door, and I was like, okay, sir, I'm with you. And then let's hear what you did. Jesus, men does.
So that day you asked the question, I was like, now is the time. So you know what I did? I listed everything I've done to her.
Jesus.
I said, if a guy really love you, he will do this, he will do this. Everything I've ever said to her, everything I just listed it. That's it. So if a guy really love you, he will do those things to you, and that's kept quiet. So
and immediately he said, did you know, let me tell you guys the truth. For the first time I fell in love with this guy. Honestly, I won't lie to you, because everything he was saying were actually the things he was doing. But the other guy that said he wanted to get married to me, that I was trying to like consider, I didn't pray about it, but I was trying to consider, he wasn't doing those things. So I was like, could it be that this guy likes me for him to say all these things? And you know, that night when I went back home, I did something. I was learning how to design with Canva.
Yeah,
you know, then that lockdown, after lockdown, we're learning skills, and also I designed something. And then I used this picture. I wrote, you mean much more to me than you would ever know. That caption, I sent it to him. I was just playing around with Canva, but I meant that. You see, after my conversation with him that night, I meant it. I just knew that there's something about this dude.
Yeah, about me. So, so that night after our prayers, right? So I now started scoping. We call it Lepazi.
Lepazi. La Lazerki.
So I now started. So I was just telling her everything that the Lord have told me from the beginning and how I had confirmation.
So that night he asked me a question. He was like, have you been praying for marriage? And I was like, you know, the girls they form now. Even though you are praying, you are anticipating, but you just be forming. I was like, yeah, I'm actually praying for marriage, but it's the least of my worries right now. But I wanted it to. My husband was now like my friend then, so he was not like, okay, but have you been preparing for marriage? I was like, yeah, actually, I've been reading books. I've been developing myself in every aspect so that I can be, you know, a good wife, a good mother when the time comes and all. So that was it. And then he was now like, okay.
So that same night, right, was the night to talk the talk. You understand? So after the lock, do you want me to tell them what I told you?
No.
Okay, that is just between us, you know. So that I will not say it now and somebody else will now be feeling somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just between us. So I told her a lot of things. Did you give me an answer that day?
Why should I give you? In my church, it's not allowed for you. If a brother is not even supposed to talk to you directly that he loves you.
Yeah, you know, but the reason I have to do that
because of distance and maybe previous experience.
I say, not be me, you know. Some of you understand now, so I have to be sure before I went. So that was how we started. So after that, she said, okay, just go talk to the church and let's see how we push it up from there. That was July, so December. There's something good about December.
But hold on, he told me he wanted to get married to me straight up. These two ladies that, okay, because a guy has not told you he wants to marry you, so you just assume that no, this guy likes me because he calls me. I don't assume. So when this is just to tell ladies that a guy who truly loves you will make his intention clearly known to you as soon as he walks into your life. It might not be immediately, but then he will tell you. He will not allow you to be wondering, to be confused. Am I not? You understand?
Yeah, and you have to be patient. You know, us, it took us like 4 months to get to that point, okay? Not like somebody just walk into your life and after 2 weeks, oh God, tell me, what are you here for?
No, you give it time.
When you put pressure on guys, they just run away like you are desperate. Yeah. But at the same time, you can't wait 6 months, 1 year.
Yeah.
You guys are still friends, like for what?
Not be juju be that.
You have to put everything straight. Yeah. So that was how we were able to build that friendship and moving to relationship. So because I have to go and meet church, so that December, that was our first meeting. Yeah.
Before December, I was like, I cannot marry somebody I've not seen, because although we had mutual friends, I was wondering how everybody I knew him, but then I didn't know him in particular, and he was a leader of the fellowship.
Yeah, that's one mystery about our coming together, because we actually grew up in the same environment, right? Almost everybody around her, I know them. Everybody around me, she know them. And as a leader of the fellowship, if you know almost all my workers and members, you should know me. You understand? So how comes? But God just know how to work his things right from the beginning of the earth. You understand?
What
so
a mystery.
He has ordered our path that, you know what, at the right time I will unveil her to you. So it's gonna be like a surprise package.
Yeah. And I was.
Yeah, you were. You know, up to now you're still a surprise. Yeah. So that was how we started, and December we met. So our meeting was very dramatic, you know. Should I tell them? It was so dramatic because for over an hour she could not look at my eye.
A whole me, emotional doctor, social media influencer, writer. Actually, I'm not a shy person. I'm not. I'm a very vocal person, and when I meet people, even if you're a stranger, whether you're a guy, lady, I know how to strike conversations with people. But it was just so different. Like for the first time in my life, in my entire life, I got to the venue before him actually, and then I sat down. I was waiting, but my heart was in keep like, Joy, you see this guy in real life today. You know, there are people that they chat online, but when they meet physically, they just discover they're not physically attracted to one another. But for us, it was different. I was sitting down, so I just suddenly turned to look downstairs, and I saw somebody walking up majestically like a king. Man, I can't oh Jesus! And you know the sweetest part of the whole thing? I love jean. I'm a fan of jean. I saw him wearing jean trousers, sneakers.
I was intentional about it.
Because he knows my dress code.
It was a deliberate act.
Yeah, so when he came up, I stood up to greet him. I was like, I could not look at him in the face. I had to use
like this.
I had to cover my eye for like 1 hour. I couldn't, and he took advantage of that. He was like, hi baby. Like, I was like, Jesus Christ.
I look into my eyes and tell me you love me.
He was telling me, I'm like, look into his eye and tell who I love what. What's that? So we could not really have any robust conversation that day because I was too shy. So we just, greeted, just small talks, and we parted ways that December.
Yeah, it was really nice that time, and I think after that meeting, I think we met like 2 times again before I left. Back to
for Lagos.
Yeah, so but I was able to meet the marriage committee that same December. Yeah. That was 2020. So for those thinking that maybe we just met like last year, no, it was 2020, and we started from church. Started from church that 2020, but due to some reasons, some from our part, some from church parts, just some reasons, it was shifted to 2022 when we finally got married. Yeah, so after that meeting, the relationship keep building up, becoming stronger, and we keep following the church procedure till when we finally got married. Last September 10, 2022, and it's been wonderful. So this is our story on how we met, and one good thing about it is that I know we all have this understanding about what the will of God is, and the normal thing that people know about will of God is that I was sleeping and
rain was falling.
Sister came with umbrella and put it on my head, and I woke up in the morning and I just socialized my wife. God works in a dynamic way, and technology and God cannot be separated. That is the truth. Okay, we use technology to advance the kingdom of God.
Rema,
yeah,
Rema, baby.
So I was just your life partner may be in your DM right now. Dear sisters, just go check. But even brothers, go check some of your friend requests that is there, and some of your DM too. Okay, your timeline. Okay, some of them are there. We have had testimony of people that they're just walking on the street or walking in church, and God tell them that that's your wife, and they're like, oh yes, that's my wife, and they are married and they're living happily. Okay, so same also goes to technology. If God can tell you somebody on the streets that is a wife, why wouldn't you use technology to tell you that is a wife also?
Yeah.
So technology doesn't mean that you can know the will of God in marriage, but to make sure that you just pray for God confirmation and for God to tell you a go ahead, or for God to even put it in your heart in the first place. Okay? Because you know one thing that most people do, they're like, God, is she the one? They would pick a sister's name and go and present to God. God, is she the one? No. You go to God with a pure heart and let God put the sister's name in your heart. Okay? Yeah, and it may not be by dream or by revelation. It can just be like you just love this sister, and the love is just beyond the normal love you have for other sisters, or for the love you have for normal other brothers. Okay, so once you have that, it's the will of God. Yeah? It's not far from the will of God.
You know, there are a lot of misconceptions actually people have about the will of God, and but this is not to say anybody you meet on Facebook is your wife or husband. And not so. Because like me, being a writer, a public person, I had a lot of people coming from me, like a lot.
Yeah, before she continued, I was telling her that I hope one day nobody is going to pour me hot water on the streets because of the kind of people she have around her. That who is this brother that's going to take this sister away, you understand? So what?
Yeah, actually, I'm a people's person, so I had a lot of people on Facebook, but then I just knew my husband's own was different, the orchestration and everything was just different. I knew God's hand was in it. But now, if you're talking about the will of God, you must be very serious with God, because you can't take God out of the equation and expect him to give you his own child. It doesn't work that way. If you want to know the will of God in marriage, one, you must take your relationship with God very serious, because before my husband, so as a brother, as a sister, don't let your partner meet you lazy in about. They should meet you up and about. You are busy with your life, because this is one reason why some people have difficulties. Even when they get into relationships, they find it difficult for their relationship to even move to the stage of marriage. Why? Because they don't have any value in themselves. As a lady, as a man, you must have value. You must know God. You must know what's happening around you. You must read books, you must listen to messages, you must fast, you must be very, very intentional about your destiny. So when you do all this and you go to God and say, in fact, one thing with God is when you are ready to marry, God knows. When you've prepared yourself enough, God knows. So when you are prepared for when you want to get married, you must prepare. You understand? You must prepare, because this is something a lot of people joke around with. But if you want to have if you want God to speak to you concerning your future partner, you must be in tune with God. Another thing is, be careful with your emotions. Emotions can be stronger than knowledge. Have it at the back of your mind that God loves you. He loves you more than you even love yourself, and he's more interested in your marriage than you are even interested in it. So when you have that at the back of your mind, you will not give up on God, you will not give up on love.
Yeah.
One last thing, I dropped a post on Sunday titled "Don't Give Up on God." I was actually in church when the Holy Spirit dropped that inspiration. Start writing. I couldn't even stop writing when I started. So you can just check it out. I'll drop the link in this YouTube video. You just go check out the link and read the post. Don't give up on God, because
don't give up on God. We didn't give up on God.
We were at a point where we are giving up on love, not on God. But I don't tire. Heartbreak. I tire. My husband too got to a point where he was like, maybe God did not even give me what I wanted, because he desired me. So, but he did not see me that time. So,
now I've carried that.
Yeah. So don't give up on God, and don't give up on love. True love exists.
Yeah.
You see, we've been together, like we've been friends for more than 2 years now.
2 years.
And I can say we've been through a lot. We've been through a lot. How many times we don't break up?
With time, we're going to talk about this.
Yeah.
Sometime, with time, we're going to talk about what challenges we had for the past 2 years. It's a whole story on by itself.
Yeah,
so
and how we overcame.
Yeah.
But we are here to tell you that true love still exists.
Yeah.
Because true love is what kept us. Because before we started the whole thing officially, we told ourselves, see, you are stuck with me, I am stuck with you. See, let's do all the basketballs, let's do all the fight. But you see this living, nobody's going anywhere.
Yeah.
So we had it at the back. So no matter how we fight or push more for each other, we still come back. Be far, you understand?
Yeah.
So true love exists.
So thank you for watching our short story on how we met, and it really gives us more joy to share our experience. Okay, and I know you have something to say. Okay, you can put a comment at the comment section. Tell us how amazing we look.
Yes.
And how our video is. I don't think we have any negative feedback.
Yeah.
But in
Tell
case
us
we
what you
have,
love about us.
just feel free to put it there. But just tell us what you love about us, what you love about the video. And if you want to share your experience, please put it there.
Yeah,
We'll be out there. We'll read it.
And
I'll
then
get
if
back to
there's
you.
any place that cracked you up, made you laugh, please let us know. And then if there's a place that got you emotional, let us know too.
Yeah.
And if you have any question, you can also drop it in the comment box. Please like this video. After aside dropping a comment, please subscribe to. Why is it hard for una to subscribe? When I go view, when I no go subscribe. Because subscribe, it doesn't bite in J Mikey's voice. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And also click on the notification button so that you're going to see any of our recent release video.
Yeah, because we'll be releasing amazing content.
to back,
Trust me.
back to back.
Are we not an amazing couple? We don't see things for this life. I want to tell you guys the truth. We're not hiding nothing.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank
we
you
love
for watching. We love you.
And we remain the 5D
couples.
couples.
Bye.
Cheers.